buy no badabe. What am I read the true story in the mouth? Or say a letter from the Ministry of Finance signed by the former minister Ken Ofori-Atta and dated January 1, 2024, directed the Electricity Company of Ghana, Northern Electricity Distribution Company (NETCO) to implement the VAT for residential customers above a specified. But so okay, so VAT. No. And then labor unions no sorry yes Ghana aye den no omo ntwema aban no e masa 15% no omo introduce and I say IMF e ka say August year o say inflation no e decline there aban no hwe so be implemented that 15% no na Kwabena what it means is that say because of time na ye wo mu no omo intimi implement omo fere aye den but 2025 January Seba umiamu winia MPP wini omuni choice said this 15% no umbe implemented.
But what they are not doing
because Kwabena IPPs no IPPS no omu do omu ka over $1 billion. Musimo ye debt restructuring program. $1 billion na $1 billion na musimo ye debt restructuring program no.
Yeah.
Munu omu tina asina musimo ewie finance minister no I mean Adam we dwe no mu omu ewie no. Omu tuye sika ne de ma wo mu.
They are not paying.
They are not paying. More the WAP koka $12 million. West Africa gas pipeline. A supply of gas. Yanko Poma Dumada Roma. Ghana gas at Tuabo. Ghana gas at the late President Mills, President John Dramani Mahama. Yes, spent $1 billion was out to gas. No, ain't gas ya. Yanya to gas near the free WAP ko ebano. Because of our trouble gas in Tine. Eswati. More than over 2 when you do betu sikabe to a padie. Mo the WAP ko cut $12 million. Muntia.
Nanama, the point is omo US cano. Omo US cano. Ekufado Bawumia omo US cano. Trust me. Omo success cano nyina.
Na ya Brent sometimes question am say e be ye dey no. Under MPP no, ye ni hwe ye.
Omo US cano.
Question ya na ebisa say who onse who bisa na amwasi say na nte be ye dey no. Because can omo ni hwe ye 2022 ECG kan ya ton ye wo Ghana ha say no ECG anye payment bi o
me hwe eya Owura Solomon wusu video bi ahomachi and all catch Ghana force all catch Ghana force app no a ye tua
ye bon say Haptel Haptel
ya ye tua eka Ediko ECG no eye Bawumia a company enti etuama Bawumia no at the percentage Ansah no de akada koma ECG
initially almost 3% almost say enua 1 point yeah me one so kra no metie we yi no na ECG for kra ya app ni bia o ma ya app ni bi dada o app ni bi ya chese sika no directly no ebeko aban ni futuo mi ECG no Bawumia se wono de wiase nim die nyina fa digitalization
oh yeah
ono nanim to akwakote ono de Haptel naba ama se no chese ECG no wo to collections na ye customers ye to no wo Bawumia company no ono ate the percentage
ahonchira ba kromo se fuel no eka yaba Tachi aye head of communications about so kind spare parts dealers association. Ora Tachi akwaba. Me pacho ya sorry ya na omo say inflation na sa issue to air kosro. Aboso kan currently enyema bo et say eba form because you know say buyer bedru be 20%. So we're expecting say enyema bo aboso kan be ba form. What situation to say
yeah, many commander Mamincha or Tia for a shop. Babe 20%, and also let's say Abusu Kenyaman Baba form. It's an inflation, no, bar forms are not essay witness, no. She tell you should cost it. Meno Casawi is $1, no, Ejina 16.8, 16.9, 17 CDs. It's no say inflation in the form. Technically, no, you know the cost because I say essay written, no, a
na say overtaji munyina modi ade akwa forex ya fine
wonu say engine shock absorber no ya manufacture Ghana ha munyina ma no na e den ye kofa ba eti no say o kofa ba na say exchange rate no e kosura technically no e be affect import duty no e affect import duty na and the we dey any mabo ba den and be dia pa menu kasa we engine to be to say sprinter back here you know no more than the year throttle na say for you it's engine to be 50,000 40,000 35.
Oh jaisa sprinter car engine no 48,000 50,000.
Yes, maybe 35,000. Yes, even a Vic car to now a yes, a no. That time now Vic Jabo say Ninja saying 2,500. I see I know a 13,000. So 13,000 no 8 years ago net we saw Vic can in M1 and then Vic na kasa 85,000 and then Ninja a 13,000. It's in your message to Koso. And I say, well, we are Mr. Bia, Accra FM, Money Show, or no same income in demand Pathfinder 2006 model. A year 30,000, a engine crown 30,000. If you know, Commander, Yamana, the big in a COVID, I know a yard in a yard in them. Say, young person should be our port to her. I may say, it's in Asia Cordia, the hard.
So, which means a taxes our port, then the exchange rate no na musa.
Na abani na abe chair no or my breast no say or the special only 2%. I can this 18. It's now 2015 no abisi ebe say your boss say yentineti yedineti an oba obeyi fi ho and ma 2015 year 2 year search for 3 days no oba no so want to on twam ye why extend biom covenant is wo ho and na network charge wo ho and na ba ko ba 22
na tachi sesia no aban no we listening government munye bibia emanintie munye bibia sa se bia mwani abri munye bibia kakra obeti na waye munye bibi
o maka say see ade omutimi nya ho hwebiom because of say IMF conditionalities in no omutimi nya hwefa ayi tax biom just say bia ori about me just bia ya toba na man dia obeti aba ayi afiri ho ahansi ade ntipe die ya pem fini bi obeti ayi biom
na mwani mre enye bibi
yɛne be deɛ sisi ano obi abɛseɛ okokomoti ɛna ɛyɛ power ɛna esi ano wadwuma so gu no so na so bɔ wadwuma ho ban eti no ɛdura sei no mene gita mpanyinfo no bi di nkɔmɔ na ɔmo se yɛhwɛ manti wei yante hwea November no yɛha ɛbɛwo so yɛ ho ɔmɛm ha na yɛakyerɛ ɔyi politicians ne sɛ baabi a ɔmo de edwadi abɛdu bɔ a ɔmo hyɛ yɛn ɛna nea ɔmo ka kyerɛ no ɛnyɛ sa na ɔmo de yɛ yɛn.
Okay, na chese hwebe by November de mo be bibi.
November de yema de ba bonten. Seriously pa.
Mo be bibi. Yo.
Me so me force edi nkomo a e be ka bo a e ba bonten.
Hey, so me for be kan ho anye, munyai.
E na food and beverages so enyo mo di nkomo.
Na chese mo ne so me for kasa no me hwe pa, mo ne takrade kokompe for so kasa, se me hwe a.
Because mo fe me no kwa na ye wo kokompe for ni enyo mo le meeting. E na okọ ni bae.
Hey, mama sma ba krom ha o ye
commander me no kasa we obi dwadini walusu $35,000 because 2016 $40 million na near 3 cedi became to 2%, and the dollar is 17 cedis. It will be walusu close to $35 free, $35,000 walusu free because of the dollar na could be 17 cedis.
Ha, taji yadase. Ama adenye
Kwabena onim
ajiagu
sese na nkasa no yebenya na nka hwe yenhia se na akufu ado 7 December no je mensa de oye bia wonye because 7 December no yebenya kwa na nka ye ochena omuntimi nye ho hwe Kwabena election year sese ti se nkane de ye keke oma hyeda na omo kurakura ne nkakran
ba omo nim se omo ase ade no
na se ade ne de asɛn Kwabena me se energy sector ho no mo ne de e ka e da ho no mo ne de we ade na ye no time na February March June sheda na omo kwa nkakra upon wa obedu fie no a be 6 hours na ha no wo so se sa
keka wo mo ho feed forwarders no so ehwanye
bibia Kwabena omo ntimi nye ho hwe na da bia me can say situation Ghana
and now we are faced with food inflation.
Yes, Kwabena situation how say all can say inflation drop here e den what na ade so on to me na ade so inflation drop it that's a would the year campaigns inflation koya kokodu 54% but na about 21%.
As a man am dey call 54 no
enti why ye bibia Kwabena time inflation ye to ID mock wa Ghana say 2021 kese 8 cedis ya e call ya kokodu 18 cedis no inflation drop be na yate so ye ntin so
the way sometimes rate, you know, sometimes inflation. I know what you say.
That's the Americans all the choir campaign. Say inflation a drop here.
And no interest.
And not just say near money 2 money at so.
And the concert no more.
Yentis and exchange rate in so quaint air cost running to no. And near man so ye 2. Inflation now dropping about 21%. And affected be Kwabena affected she Ghana ho.
When him say Mr. Say one share adwadifo nyina betu ho agumontre so se sia me no ka say
e long overdue Kwabena
me de omo ya misro
ye kra consumers no kra na wasa Kwabena di ehu jim because enye easy sa
sa enka timamufo no
because na nka Kwabena o se nka ye ti ehu gu montensu because eni pebre
because say anhwe ya a free next week and the following week ekono de besi okroma no enye o
ye di ehu jim ni etisi because Kwabena
tinka adwadifo no
say ye consumers ni edi hia adwadifo no adwadifo ne ba so ho na ye consumers no
because say matisi ye sin krofo ekoto ade a say de nema bo de no anhwe nkrofo be hyase attack wo mo ton nema no the problem beba
wo ko attack no enkwasi aba wo to ye ko attack ba o mia ne akufu
ya so mo keka
enye de wo ton ade no akwa attack
sauce ayenya no
o kwa akobu mate ni e wo ka mu se wa to hwe aboso ka hwe engine buo ne enema ye buru so wa ha se hwe petrol ene hwe ba bia diesel nam diesel hwe ba bia diesel liter nam hwe ba bia petrol enam etu kwa akobu de mate ni e kwa akobu de oton na de no Kwabena se dwadifo ne kan ho yenso consumers so yenso be keke ho ne de ahia wo e wo se ye da bonte ye Ghana te se Kenya e wo se
Kwabena de Kenya de
Kwabena wo se ye da bonte
because say no say obia nya abotre enye demonstrate because one share next 2 weeks next encrofo share say so omo tie dwadifo
Kwabena wo se Ghana ye se Kenya e wo se Ghana ye se Kenya
na ye ka say and eni kwa say eyesa
e wo se Ghana Kwabena e wo se hwe
eni kwa say eyesa
emfa no hwe waye no se emfa no hwe ba mi aye no ho se ena me de me ye mate ntini me de emfa me ufi se ni pa jimi eni pa jimi yanke ni pa da su etudi ba mi achi se ni pa jimi pa wo Ghana ha se ya enke ni pa be se etu edi ba mi achi Kwabena wo se Ghana ye se Kenya I tell you say e wo se ye ti ye hugu monten so ni ye kire na akufu ado ni Dr. Bobie say 2 months na aka no ono na kan se owu ewu nkwankwa
na me da se be bri
Kwabena de Kenya no wo nko bia na
me de na America no say me mpese ase customers attack adwadifo police for be duro na adwadifo the demonstration na boso kan fo oba kokompe suame o say organized labor for any abre say oman no mu me no me mpe me Bobie Ansah
media me pe pa Kwabena
me mpe
because ya na me wa say madani slay kings me ma mo Ghana madani slay kings na mugu Ghana
hey na just so patch so am sorry no am say bi
madani slay kings because Kwabena e was say ye ti ye hugu monten so ni e dabonte bebo so me madani slay kings Ghana has a be many Ghana ha no bi emu
o man na say
matena me ma se Kwabena ni se wutiwe solo se wuti radio ni team so your friends Ansah Thompson kasa ni hey madani slay kings na mugu Ghana ha ama kokora we ni ba mi apeti mi ase Ghana say hey say madani slay kings
say na ba ka kire we dey free na kro ba show you some ba ka kire we ni this we can say actually yeah anyway but solo yenia Ansah Thompson and so adjoining but solo things are getting tighter each and every day
and your man say Kwabena things are getting tighter and your man say o man go ya kunko akasa se ni be dwiri nyina ko
no but what is happening
deɛ sie ne sɛ akufo ado ne na pamfo abɛwie sika no nyinaa afa kɔ nti deɛ aka no ebi tɔ fam a na ebi soɛ so ana sisi yɛ ntɔ fam ana enyina ho kyerɛ ana yɛde adane campaign yo ɛno nti sisi a me sɔrɔ no pɛ bi a enyum wɔ yɛ amomoma me defe ɛno ana mede nam yɛnhyɛ nyame anka yɛayɛ defe
yɛnhyɛ nyame anka wayɛ pasaa
ɛsɛ ɔmo ne awie o ti sɛ yɛda nyame kuro bi die ɛborɔ no wɔ kuma ase da nyame akufo ado awie ana ɔde ba omia so ɛba ana sika wɔ ho ɛno akyi wante sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo nya grant of $30 million
yes
ɔmo de bɛyɛ campaign boa UAE 100 shares camera ɛyɛ campaign money yɛma mɛkyɛma Ghanafoɔ yɛto abrogo kakra bi a nkokɔmba bɛ so
a fits for aka omo research findings from the abache say government na idea nyina ne say obeto sika gu
oh yes
election no
na ban $30 million enka ɔma bɛ na ni da hɔ no mo a wahu saban bi ba be firi so wo se me mamo grant wan ga se loan no me mamo grant $30 million obo aye campaign said ye be ya galamsa ye no kroma ye fa gold kese ever ne go UAE to obo ama ba omi atra so obekɔ so afa gold naba no mo nya omo ho se tam
ba omi akromfo na de ba
ai omo na de ba omo bebo ama na ato so na ye wi e be da sisi kromu a ye be chi esem ponche mo ko hedi Sudan ho ye eh sa UAE fo ya na ko destabilize Sudan to obo de bi ba hanso no ma be destabilize and it was some money down and it do the hwe November by end of October you go see November no
yeah
sika ombeche ombeche sika ama wan hwe kakra bi a obeji bi na wako so far no mo hwe obi ane the price so Bobie e check wa ne ma Land Cruiser obedin e wo $30 million no hemfo bejo on de asofo bejo on de obe ho baye boni bi o mebo krum ha diminity but ne nyina mu Ghana fo no so mo ti ase se o how are you wo mu o so mo ti ase se ye differ bebre wone na kasa hwensem a wo ka kire wo
hey so scary
and yes and nyoma so a entuo ebeto de ebeto hwe energy sector no ma say no bibia say an yetim no yes as enyina nim say ka ne kwa konya accident but yetim ye bomb by say begina wo baby enyina
obi ka say bi wa say VR no nkwankura mo antimi na manage ECG no nkwankura ayaka what's me magic na any no
mo beba no makoto so mo ne sika no mo mesa beto eba yesi anye yi yento ma ngrangrɛ no mo ma beto no mo lead yes say o ma capture bibia that is where we are enoti ade da ekɔ nya agudie enoti ra no a na mehwɛ de ekokɔ so electoral commission na menya ka meto me ho awura ho because ya hwɛ yi ne de no fe no mo kɔfa sa mashroom political parties ya wo mo de bia o mafu ana mo dwene ho na nya o man no kan kɔ no a wo be ho anse o makoton ye nyina ne ato aba e be to aba no fe so ba omia weni abra ba omia ye to aba ne weni so nya 13% abra wasai wo man no ene wono ane kampe a wo ye oduru takɔ mu huro no oduru bogo so ahuro ya
hey wo mo si nipa ba
o mu huro he bra o bre kra he o mo mam emebu ni sika takwa menya report 200 cedis boys ne so mo nko o mo pa chewa na emreku ka kire o mo se ye wi a mesa mama ye galamse no de o mo BT boys no ana boys so okay so me ya de ye wi a ye kwakotie si ngure nu de si a o mo wi ya o mo ngure nu mo mo tu
Messi aba George Siedu say Bobie my daughter just came back from Legon. He's at level 300 and what she's saying is that they are on indefinite strike because of Galamsey. Mpacho check it my Takai Odonko is calling for African Spring. We nye a Tunisia NB. So Erkamwa Amponsa on a vice president and my importers and freight forwarders. Eric Ewa Humaso. Chairman Akwaba.
Yeah, Bobie Pacho to say.
Nyamiadum Boko. Pacho,
a quick correction. May win be a vice president, Emma the transport for carrying freight forwarders association of Ghana. This logistics and the carrying agency in so that's a small correction.
Oh, okay. So more coordinating beside board in Biomami.
The transport forum.
The transport forum.
Yes.
You Mpacho where the fetch me. Pacho. But money freight forwarders don't hear Juma.
patron.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. May I see a bit. So, quick one. Wadaroma, I said last week, yet said more feed forward. There's no kasa kakrabem about taxes assembly, meant to be one system. What is the issue? Our portal.
Okay, but be a patron me that's me here with you for me answer. The woman say, in Chekakania, the group, the transport forum, started advocacy on. She can be a second line edgy importers who will a buying any any and some factor say agent. A buying beautiful boom we need to and as I'm making a tree more than 20 years now. The woman said, Obia Ekra and man if he abroach the man on bar. Be do a higher friend fruits. Fruits near a car butcher. Say you didn't number 3.A at the Bremore point B. Mean fancy a free China at the Bremore Ghana. And who a cat here, the a woman na the baby do Ghana. Which ya and not a bonny a cambo one, their friend is great. Now, the a cat of freight, there will be a friend of voyage estimate. Voyage estimate, Nantias, your chef fuel a ship no at the baby. Yɛhwɛ enyoma a wɔde ɛne wa ɛfata sɛ yɛde bɔ ɛbɛdu kowe mu nka gudu pa deɛ sɛ ɛfata ne sɛ wɔbɛfa wɔ nyoma sɛ mede ba yɛ local talent mu a ebia me advert any transport company but mede nyoma ti abɔ time engine mede suma akɔkoma ase deɛ wɔm ne sɛ na nka mede du station hɔ a nipa oye inside of parcel no share at the phone na wama me boa ese fata se metie na nyoma no ko dua nipa oba be fa no ne dia ne se emi nyoma di na wo ho de nka ta eche se ababe na nka ma fama de ko e ka bi eni ho se yetua na emom ye se na ifi na wo Ghana ha no omo de no fa nye adwuma sa the international trade extra say the bill is your bill na your friend will bill of getting the church said me share a car me ding answer me na be ba ka no fan na enyoma ni bedu a me tue me duty etua me temper charge ya me decide bill ni church shipping line na shipping line na achieve so me tue we tue ni bibia because who tua ya enya ade a be ka obi ya na mom ya shipping line na wo ko we no mo nya sa almost charge BBA almost to administrative charge from a range of 4,000 cedis to 15,000 Ghana cedis. Into 15,000 cedis, a comma 40 footers. 4,000 a 20 footers needed. Into Bobie, the year can say. So we imagine say a co-way containers are about 1 million containers in every year. And that's it. Shipping line ADA aje 10,000, 8,000, 15,000. If you na ya wa, ya ya kabo mo shipping line say sika any omoji. Omoji every businessman who go mu about $500 million.
But money or more before having discussions. What must I say?
Ya throw letters. Yay, as even Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarding and the Transport Forum, ya could share the current Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, at EMT meeting. And someone making ye bobo, I can want some more. Yes, ye, as someone making a Jima Honorable former Minister of Health. Time I know here before time now. Now, a deputy minister for transport, 2002, or show a letter. A command shipping lines for Sasikaya in 2024. Many work on me. Shipping lines inside because international trading, it is not right. A wrong practice. From 2002 to 2024, 22 good years. Shipping lines in Oman Fanasam, I'm moving for also. Now, say 2020, COVID ebayi. What kaya abe can say containers are ban waiting of the money charges any rent charges because COVID now ban and my movement and your free We begin to say customs at the excess days. Terminals to do not airway off. Shipping lines, Obia, HI, the most. Obia, what we want to buy, yeah. We didn't see, no, so what can you to me, you know? We are ready, so walk out with you. All other agencies, airway, rent, charge the safety show, apart from shipping. Almost the safety can. Now, Bobie, the Ayah was same way when I say the Interpretation Act. Ghana, you didn't bring a kind of constitution.
Yeah.
At any and say holidays, any weekend. Say a idea won't call you now. Men just will be out. Imagine this. Say a Easter. No, we call you, no man, went to give you good Thursday. Not a Friday, above 4 o'clock, national line plan. Automatic, Good Friday night, a holiday.
I see.
Sunday, Palm Sunday,
so which means, Mr. Eric, so which means you guys are not making any profit from the business?
Bobie, they made me a catch up pot in and now, we just had a meeting yesterday, Council Forum. Our issue is Ghana or Mampini, and any ministers, and any kind before, it to me, it took my 80 year echo UAE. $30 million for forest conservation as grants. Find the best year. No more money that say to me 4 years before you said, I can say, oh, your man to me about the home of the year. Then, dear, it is a failure on the part of government because on my ethnic now, and my Sebi will say, or before 40 or money chrome, no, the young now, Parliament, as she said, after honor, a bottle to no, to me, actually free over $500 million. Now, Bobie, you're IMF, you pay $300 million. Less than 15. And to me, MLK over $500 million every year.
Anyway,
businessmen, how it even leaves this country, we don't know. Now, say, our being suffering. When the Bank of Ghana is seated, now they need to say, before the Sika or the second, a cananka, or wow, we are saying the San and Kana, say, at the assurance of command.
Okay. Yeah, Gusue didn't come out various institutions problems. Yeah, that's a bit so near Casaria. All right, so that's the live in Accra 100.5. And quick one, so my main fa we and tuja. I am say enra. Yeah, bosso. Say share a man for a pese ochna. Ye pe enyama kakra insu titru. And then yama edeko support union democracy hub for or more various prison custodies. Inti ye bo ye number edit tuja Ora Fuseni Salifu. Okay. It me SND 100 Ghana cedis.
Fantastic.
Babia Ora Fuseni will be ano ye danase. Ena Sanwa Ota, I don't know say a correct name because I am not mature. Also to me SND 200 Ghana.
Fantastic.
Manakel Manaf company CEO also send 200.
Good.
Mura Michael Kansi and so send 200. Benjamin Ajeti and so send 300 Ghana cedis. Nice. So these are the men omo boy to support Ochina Anopa. After Ochina Anapano Pacho Obian send BBW you. At least we crown Ebenian so and so biscuit. Ochinano, you the call rounds na yakoche. Ediama. What we are thinking is say bepe omo family members near the amema omo. No ha omo kwa no mo de bia komo omo. Ode kwa koguwe dampare boys ya kronfuwe. Omo abesi awia.
Oh kwa omo de panye kwa ko omo de poison na ka waka say omo de ba ye na. Wenum.
Why bonnet for what was said ne Greater Accra Regional Police Commander Ahin. What was said and crime for nobody didn't say or no. Anna Wabwa Ama Omo Akum a chief priest be what James.
It is also now Baba
Ahin.
Boba.
What ana wadane no na ya na omo agimi say.
What
Police na wo no. Wo ahe.
Anje kwa na wafim.
Ah. Mo betrefia mo basa.
Police for na he. Omo wie na omo ye instructors on security public private security companies. No omo na ye omo commanders.
Na say your friend say assalam da ha. Misia ba ku bi a na ya ne no police commander bi a ne no kumase. Misia no na me hwe ne sa.
So we didn't brother akaka ben sama why the police.
Bobie good evening.
Ah.
Na msia akwenye nyame na msuro anka
be sana se ma no nzem.
Ade akura me ye modi nka be tugu so. Hwegu so.
Sem huru kwa no mudi o.
Ahin, go believe say wo ahin. Enkrofo ne say omo as at August. Ana enipa no a wawu no nante ba police station be ka kire mo say enkrofo bi tata no.
Oh. Ah, we be ka kire.
Yes secretary say wan omo frɛ like omo ye security meeting. And they actually also a security police protection.
One farmer
no. The almost issue ni a chieftaincy. A chieftaincy there. Sabe me Bobie nyam na me be kire nkranfo.
Dabi hakra de
But let us protect lives.
Wo no asimu pampa aba ho. Ala so say ya charge wo na.
Dan pare akwara yohonu akwara no.
Yohonu ya se na ma te se atomo so atia sorry.
Ahe no we na man instructions. Law come Jimmy for.
Ah si, tira Jimmy enkwa.
Eti okwana bibi ni na onu ne ka o ye no kiti dem say ahe.
The Godfather did law come. And I have a problem. Only we are saying the Godfather and the law coming.
And Ubanso betra ho adi because omo de ne bae. So amra ma boa na police form bro and DC for police form bro. Yeah.
Did you media what dia?
Wait, press conference here on my and then can say ahin on my
exactly because your body say obi simu pampa be catch us say my life endangered.
Me say
what wrong with
your monya no hwe yo no akola law come no akola
jo obetena ho
or your Flagstaff house boy omonya no because ahin can so my interdicted
immediate
kwa pem say
immediate
be investigate asem
na we crowd investigation it just go for no say wo ya be catch wo
Oma chronicle the events leading to a yenipa no ewu a odi wu ye ni nyina.
To no na wonya sure cross wo ni mo ekokun no.
Me
dey hwehwem. Ebetumi esi.
So that is what family no air say.
Because of me simu pampa mababo bi ho na ye police commander ho. Say engofo nyame o mbekumi. Na wan to me e bia kra wonya asanfo meshi kwa na oliki ye. Anu jo say ye hwehwe ni nsemu.
Yeninti na omo abusuafo no say ahin. In fact, omo can categorically say ahin nim. A friend say a chief priest no ewo no bi. Ukwaka dan pare ne ehonu be so police service no.
The omadi police na yen dey kan o.
Ukwaka as a wutai no, but me tua taxes.
E dey hwe o.
Me taxes ne dey to aduane ma.
What say?
Na wo pese o rani identity say when you fie company bi na oyire na o ma na wo manage
na o mama police ni mankasa tension wo mu no ho police for do omubu afu sa dan pare ni nkofo no say ye omu ba boncha be kasa o bo se enye safe ani ta de bia me o mo say ye kwa koto oba na so wo de police for kokko wo di agro police for na inside for na de be finish wo
say o ade awon mo ye sa problem ya aba e wo gamasi ano a twontwa sisi
na busuya tumi identify say wo ye be bo wa mane ana watram ye ku ye dehye na bi na de na ekoso ene entokwa na ebesi o
enye
entokwa na ba besi o ya bo di say ahe wo na wonimu ade ehu bi wo na wa mo ma ye protect no na ye tia na oso
o say odi obehu
odi police
o tie ya obehu o tie ya obehu obi anya no hwe obi anka say unim strategy a o ma adapt Jubilees for na frɛ ehunu ne dampa no aka kyerɛ mo de bibia si a omo kasa a omo beja
mamo nka hwe we kan 1 day 2 days and
nti ya mamo nka hwe mo de bunye din onye di boni ni wi a wadi awie nka hwe as if say you know they don't owe us anything. You don't owe us any explanation.
But you madi o matumi asoba obi antumi nto no ho nkose etimene amaya adwene ya slakins
I don't know any obi kasa hospital so say dan pareko school abrochire na so
aputa
so okọ abrochire school no
say muru
ye che na ye policing
e say police tanta fu
me say ahin betna ho ama ya to abawie what just say you to abawie na aban sesa ye mu bi competition aban say
akwa petition
prosecute no
we immediate ngofo press conference wo ho in fact I was ngofo say na report matter no abusua no enko setting up omo report fantastic
omo kwa ye ho press conference that the point is omo kwala into omo because in case ahin ka wie nkoma interdiction
by now because your body what why dey okura le ba say we risk to security say abusua hu so na so to no mo fa ngontimba no mo de chase
yo because baby abusuafo no keka kɔ no ani braba omo de sika ne ma na be kɔ regional
na me de share no wakuna officer betra wo sa me de share no wakuna chief tell you ndi wakuno ai
Kwame fa a police for you na me to platform no so no fa to a ye say omo say omo kire baby obi ada
omo kire ho
your friends
demonstrators no
heroes no quarter omo de omo kokoye so pacho Kwame ye ntem
la what ya to ne general de averi so omo ko aye mo omo be jasa you see chese kromo ajimi engu a edi boys ye go pa eso mfa so be pa and the prison here you also be mu
MPP supporters no
yes
and o major problem amom
mama boys last me hwe Salam Mustafa no wabeti fiafia de bia so ka ensema kese
say aban sisa
problem o
na say MPP ni di agura obi bedwidwa no Lord Kwam straight
so munim problem ya head
because nyema nkrofo we aye no say we MPP ni na say wanka wanu antum say aban sisa no wanka wanu antum na so be si abonten a obi di ahometie ni abufuo ade obeye no
wama obi ba akwa for nothing afi wako hia ngofo awso na say omo apply for bail like mama oppose na ede nti na omo osisi a
for what
wo osisi a wo tumi so beka se yengo yi omo ye betua file am ye yi omo nyina firim
say unim say ade na wo ye na ya
ka beka sa
enka beka ayi omo di na to amamentim free on afi de emra ye major issues ne so pacho when you me chef pacho ya de ato ye Facebook page enti mo banu betimi ayi na mo check ahwe asembe kuramponi o kwa me fa na me de ade ko hye yo ade wo you okay all right so it's here enti almost say Oliver Vomawo detention facility no ma almost say onon beko Accra Circuit Court 6 Cedric Bansa Court 6 Accra Circuit Court enti oba me bobo mo din nyina no Accra Circuit Court 6
says Accra
ya enti Oliver Bansa Michael Amufa Emmanuel Fair ni ayi Fred Boatin Deportee Idris Yusuf Wandele Fanny Otu Samuel Samako Felicity Nelson Nana Amo Mensa Prempe Thomas Yeboa omo beko Accra
Circuit Court
6 and edi omo asem dia me babu boy okay omo de ba akoko Accra Circuit Court 10 ono ye Benjamin Ekufu Daako Court 10 ono nko a and we don't know why okay sesifo no so nie sesifo ni nie okay 10 for no ebi wa ha enti sesifo no so yesia
Bobie o
Docas Sharifa Sulemana Court 6 Emmanuel Atta Court 6 Alhassa Hudu Court 6 Great Asantua Court 6 Ramsa Gosson Jones Court 6 Isaac Ejapon Court 6 Shadrach Amwa Otieku Alex Raymond Sefabuache, Kofi Komashi, Daniel Ejay, Kwame Daniel, Kingsley Esiedu, Seth Kofi, Vera Gloria Louise, Nikwe Hammond, Dela Kwashi, Emmanuel Baini, Dose Joseph, Agbevi Matthias, okay, Dela Kwashi, Manuel Baini, Dose Joseph, Agbevi Matthias, Ernest Champon, Raphael Afo Williams, Razak Suleiman, Gerard Delim, Abubakar Sadiq, Ebenezer Ochre, Nogbazi Kevin, Priscilla Tobili, Muhammad King Hassan, Tanko Nabon, that's Black Pyramid. Omunyina no echo code 6.
Code 6.
Ena for no 10 no. 10 for no. Elom Abebiu. Ama governor. Anti ama governor no ebeko circuit court 10. Emmanuel Jan, Emmanuel Kwabena Edu, Ziblim Yakubu, Ohineba Prempe, Philip Ousu Kobina, Desmond, ena so Kofi Sadek Yakubu. Enti womo womo koko various places no no.
Kwabena we ombeja omansa na God about it. Sango boy.
Well,
omubeja omo mpese omani nyina ni beba omo saka so be hero de je be mo go.
But he say no we ya dey ya e ka ba fie.
E ka dia ba. Say ka no we ye president.
E ka na yo.
E ka na ba no. E fa attorney general we ni MPP for ne sa ba mu ofo nyina ho. Say mo na mo ye nyamra sam say wo mo essence asene to a mo ni mo amote Jubilee House. Na mo hwe mu say yen kwache nkwada nkotum. Essence o mo ku etie nsu a ye say no. Na we ye ka no yin. Enyo man Ghana mu a Akufo-Addo die so aba o me aye campaign so be president a ekro be pa ba ni ani ate a saa die we be nya attorney general wono oni case papa o case fun bi si an odi achi
na onipa judge ni woti akonwam na about trim say obi ka galam say asam
ya wo no bosome nkono ya fa ka ho ba ya wo bosome nkono na waka se koda aban kuku abra ye to abonte so aduane ma wodi bia wo enche cancer beku na sa judge fo ni nyina cancer de beku wo mo from
no I won say yenko ya say no obi kosua de a okosua nwoma de bedi bone
just
metre wo pa omo jimi
na be say ne disisi ye no
omo jimi
odi wasua de no de bebo o man kro no so smart because efie nyansa ebe kiro se ekun ya o mu kun eye kumpa
fa ade a nyame dia dom no a wasua ho ade se Ghana ni ba no fa boa oman ni mpuntu obi ka galam se entie ayi voma ho he explained himself to Metro TV ne omaduane ena ensuo ya eguka mu moto car no moto ye no car no esisu a mo pese mo movie car no edutwi efa ni fam enti wano omoni police for nya engagement say to the car no be kuyen enti wono hunu say kino e paida ho no okotu kino and Oliver from obusa one question if so wo criminal intention or two kino police for no no okotu kino or the kotu police for no
I don't want fango
and or the kotu e ma identity no fango if so a criminal intention and then we say one boys no akofa enkwasi asem bia ba beto ayi your friend say omuso obi say ombe block 37 no send this year be wu said ye yet to chrome ha and Akufo-Addo invisible forces attacking a whole hospital facility
yes obviously direct and free ho now shot nipa na okaso free okaso throw the decode
on to intro ade o say Akufo-Addo say yema attack
now the hokra na oka judge ya oba tan na ye omu erase no Kumase no e dey na so dangerous as ade no
say ono so om de na ba na ode no akọbọ
ode wa for omu
I see na so asam nya oya
oh says o ma promise no
asam nya oya
o go supreme court
asam nya oya nkan krofo we nya nipa e say odo ho ebo omo so whether omu bebeli omu
ayaka
me I know Felicity, a very strong girl.
Yeah.
I'm a governor, a very strong girl. Ni ayi Raf.
Yes.
Former. These are guys you can't intimidate them.
No. That's a sell crowd here. Who do be call sell? The whole council go relax. I no more just you.
The other person.
Relax.
I mean,
you go and relax.
Yeah. The other person will be.
No, bu ba bonchon be say wounded lion.
Omo nim say omo nka ho.
What be mu say?
What be o to say?
You the best sham.
Afre dem kola de ba be
woto. Say you must be afre o moto no.
Awurade. Udi be numama. Wo mo pia.
So Oma said, say ade ehu na person di omo no. Wo di omo kwa ba
say so we dey.
E dey bio pa. Eti hafi no.
Me say Rebecca gira ba gire dey.
Oh, meti sounds.
Wo mo be Samira no gira ba jo mo dey.
Oh.
Awon nim say mo nka ho.
Na mo ba dia. After that fight in the best. Yaka 2 months election.
Next week agitation se be koso okromu ano. Me say omo ayare for Manchester Street munda.
Yendu December 7th. Na ba omiane ne ko fa withdraw free on my mo.
They don't know. They don't know.
Enti
ya besre mo betumi aboa Owura Fuseni Salifu yedase 100 Ghana Samuel Ota yedase Manaka Osadu yedase Michael Okanse Benjamin Ajete na minshira mo pa ochira yebe pensuo ni niema
yes
ya ha yede anante yede achini na yede amawo mo na ya kire mo se yedo mo. You see, we are doing this just to show solidarity, and we want to tell them that baby omo bia no ye ka wo mo ho ye no omo a ena eko ena eba. All right, so thank you so much. Live in Accra 100.5 na empacho number na class media group 0241 589 538 0241 589 538 0241 589 538 yenuanom no omo ebejira omo na aso omo akonkoden Ghana be kai wo mo se emre bi emaba ne mranche bi sore se yema nsei
yema mu wia ye gold
ema yenya sabi tibonkosofuo bi a kwasiafo bi a de omo ya hye omo nsa unhunu wo mu jimi ne baabi a efiri kwasiafo ya de bia ye police be California de bi ebi adane politicians as ajimifo na omo aba be hia
ajimifo
ene de bia ya judges kwasiafo ene de omo aba hia ajimifo no ye de omo aba hia obekasa this time when you said that you ajimifo ma Ghana
ajimifo ku
say omo ni oman so enti so won kwasiafo sa obi kan sem papa na ne bu afu
yes
wa wo ko good fight
na wo ya ba problem
na wo no omo bu afu
omo edi nsem hunu na omo
no to mamema menua Thompson Akwaba Tommy Akwaba
Commander Major so
boko de ye de radio ase se wabeka yensa mamema Owura Citizen Ato Dazi a council mamema no Akwaba your general secretary the GCPP council Akwaba
yenua
boko de ye de radio ase na my cowman for Celisto and Anakusipoku also will join us in the studio and area. But let's deal with a friend is a organized labor demonstration quick so that we will have time and delve into EC, NDC response, other parties' concerns, and your RAZ. But labor, organized labor demonstration against Galamsey. NLCC no kotna say blah 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 but minim now omo bem
na so any labor related
so I beti and I'm like hefa anyway
anyone na kan no omo nyina na be hia
ejimi for na omo aba be hia ejimi for
na Galam say issue aba na omo be demonstration
na ko NLC
o ko pe de o ana obi a complain akoye complain am o say o call demonstrate ebi abano akoye complain say labor so o be demonstration
affect productivity. You negotiate.
Okra productivity be na ekoso.
Ene ja galam say
Obuso munya. Almost off together agreement.
Anyway,
I mean let me chat with you for you.
Yeah.
I think it's a galam say issue there. Me name the ebe to me aban. I'm say confobi asho mon come say Ghana go the we assassin so no o man to ebesa. You know. O ma dwen say if you na to kopim time be to abai there.
O muntu fast.
O muntu. Enye say ebesa ja obo.
Sad.
Me name say gold a perishable commodity. And now say mon to an first kana ngunu botuma gold no be say wa from ho. Inti omo tu. Come now omo parliamentary candidate bi you say we medical doctor. Na on the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health. Ko jina baby say galamsey no there. Enyo mo na asin so no na.
Are you?
Aye.
Nya you?
Aye. This and your friend no. Na NDC for na akofa nkofo na be gu nsuo nim. Eno mo buru nsuo ni gidi. Sata wakasa asem na Bobie na the chairman of the police council. Akufo-Addo so na the chairman of the national security. Ena ometimi atena ho. Ama obi akofa Togolese ene Burkina Faso abegu krom ha. Edo mafa ye border nim abegu krom ha. Enti Akufo-Addo no enhu na your regional ministers omo ye the regional security council coordinator omo na the chairman of RECSEC omo enhu no
NDC for say o man.
Aye.
Omo ma say.
Aye.
Si wo man.
And American who do district one or mutu galam say ono so a your MC or under the chairman of music and I say dissect ono so enti so enfant so man penyin na born wada na NDC for hunu etimi enya kwan den kofo ye wurewura about the same abedu district to a DC ni so wada DC on the chairman of dissect ono so wada DC in the control or the police and the military in the district too.
Hwe kono ngudi e kwa ho pe na MC okrum ho.
Aye.
That's what they can we. Oh, Kwaji.
E yan ke say MC no ki yi na di.
No so I'm saying this for
We
need.
sit down with these 6 months. A Kromo, oh, who's out?
Ah,
Oh,
ke si yi MC na di.
it's too.
Come na me na fufu e dey. Ade say enyambem no na wase fufu.
Onde oguso still was still bebe was on pa bakra oguso say was so ko malam akayirika eho obi say eduro na anye yi na malam ne ka kire ne say ya se malam na ka kire ni so say ya on tafriko so and say ya no obokoro be I'm say beba so I'm say beba so e kwa bia so
Kwabena sakwa no Kwabena ya fresh Kwabena they need to revoke the guy's license. So a medical doctor Kwabena said yeah
Kruma
the guy's license have to be revoked. Because untimi nya medical doctor Kwabena na unkujina political platform so enkasa said ye hwie adwongo ne go afi
na untie ni kasa no untie ni kasa no wo se eye NDC for and akofa Togo ni Burkina for aba o kan ni nyina wie no se
ese ye nya
Kwabena, I think this thing we have to set the record straight. So who obi o MPP ni na doctor I can do the title, no, I can do
them.
And yes, we have Bodemini. I that's our toy. Wabon. When you or penny will be cool. Shenapo, Napo, a doctor. We will see any way, you revoke the license and I put you on national doctor. When I mean, why are you talking like this?
Tommy, you were easy issues. Look at it.
Okay, Kwabena. I think, sir, Kwabena, a very important, sir. You know, Kwabena, yeah, we support labor. Baby, yen soon I said, Kwabena said, no, you're announcing new tariffs for water.
Yeah.
Because Ghana Water Company complaining bitterly, say. They say because of the turbidity of the water now, cost road because of galamsey, you know, cost of production cost road. They say we call the Western Corridor. Now Ghana Water Company say omunyan so ni bi mpo no ma process am attack for any Cape Coast for any central region for no omunyan so ni bi atachem kwan and they say all the rivers have done atachem. Into omunyan so ni bi mpo no o ma process it. So the Western side they all shut down their plants. Air chain say in Subeto Niger, omenya baby kakra process among the people of Takrady and Central Region. That's what is happening now. Inti Kwabena labor check. I think say by now. First Kwabena me mpe adia me be be striker na wo bokoko. Oh 10 days. Oh, I'm 10 days notice. When adi Saturday now, or call DJ Awas wa.
Mamo ye.
Ye katire no. Nipa na o tu ni follow. Mi hunu penya ye tu ni follow up sana baby. Nipa ne tu ni fo say. Galamsey no, jai no. Akwa no kwatena se a o se se na nko se asem na ka kire me na o jama ne ka sa nko se asem sa o kire me
na ka do fozu ka bia kire o so go ti kwa se ko ka do so kwa se asem be na we
ba aguba do ho no ne so ne nkrofo no mdili no ano so sia ye mu bi se ya me we ya president kwa na jimi woni pem sa me bomo me de self be hwo sum se sia kwase wa jibi na wo me ni je person me ka che na wo na nanti kwase o ye penye wo tia e se no me de metima mo bi ate se wa boda na wa jibi se ko kan bi kire no pa
se wa ma wo me tu galamsey obi e tu galamsey
so o ma ma ko ebi
debi no ono ankasa galamsey no tu bi
so ne list and the yes connection
wo mo nyina obi a galamsey site
40 to 60 million dollars every month
obi a ba omi a galamsey site ekufo do galamsey site woman you know galamsey
side do any community mining
no I know they ba wa ko church na omu ja galamsey na sika na omu akodi in advance no o do ba team missionaries e be kro wa ba di omu sika from I know the problem no
you know enti Kwabena onye na adwene so obetu obesay ade no enti no I think said that notice wasn't really necessary I think spontaneous I think said there was this issue I think it was the sale of snake, you know. I saw how spontaneously labor, you know, all the unions quickly. You know, we Senka, Sambi, you know, but come now say labor force or striker. Not as a they will be like the fourth or fifth institution or strike to say.
Yeah, but no, but labor they say that has so many institutions.
But the mother.
Yeah.
It's a say no. You about 4 or 5 institutions.
No strike that.
You
make us a crime for a table for no. How far?
It's a table for you take for so to. And my friends
not under organized labor.
Different branches called that. And on different issues. But when you know one issue about the galamsey in Kuala no match.
Yeah. But labor there, Kwabena labor nyako striker. If organized labor is able to put down their tools on the 10th of October, Kwabena, I think say Labor Day, almost shut it down. You mean you've shut down the system? You've shut down the system. But Kwabena, the issue, the issue is, the issue is, who labor for no? What if you? What if you na? What if you know? What if you na? Who strike no? No mugu. That is. I don't have a problem. Say galam say no. You too ni kroma. And I say oh nyaka am fan ko adwuma. Onu ogun rem. Ono mo ko for any two. So Kwabena,
solo organized labor.
Yeah, mwaka mensa ka ya the woman say or say ke partial. Na ese better late than never. Omaka so mbeko no. 10 for no. Ya dem paibo better wa chi. Se omuma osie nyoyo. Because eya kandapa ado committee womo omumbeka sempapa bia need to me who defense minister wa bonse sa na ono ko e be defense minister need to agweti ewu na ama need to na ma na be defense minister and ntem kosiaga ye be sere se organized labor omumfa sa demonstration in Ngura Jubilee House na komunko yi president ni pie na yenini wi one time said the beya yinyina ho be dey ebetoy vice president so mu hia no touchline na mu onyu mu nyina firo na oman no asundwe nye dey embrati
but when you say organized labor be twa de we yasa
what you say any so be two mo so sa this people dey bazo joke with us hwe who watches the watchman ye never watches our labor for no hey yet kroman ye twa tax ye twa mo ka o and it about me nyina ratio mo say on the 10th mo issue statement assign we say ye ko demonstration ama mbayo ne mrante nya koto boot say be ko na be sawadwe ema so ye nim ni say 10th ye shut it down o man no be shut it down 10th na ebie dwane firim enti Kwabena eye so mo ye ne ntem aka say we nsui and the stability do 14,000 a year king
oh
ye nom mosia and the nam auto official me so ya bie mu hwe because ya abo no bi wom yade enko an ye and yade a ye hu bi da and we so what ma say and it nya agudie ti de ba ye no kra ache nenso no ache mu ye ye be sere mo 10 no bokọ a yetamochi se mo nso mo no so a ye betwa ba be boa mo se ho
Obi Daniel Dusi Bobie, please kindly ask Asepa Mensa Thompson for me why he refused to slap a Kwadonko yesterday at the IPAC meeting. Council, so organized labor demonstrations and other matters not quick, but I hope you are aware.
I think that
you are aware of organized labor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think that you see, I am somebody who don't subscribe to demonstrations except when it's led by organized labor. Because I feel that they are the ones that can call the shots in this country. When they call the shots, it happens. One time.
Oh, yes.
So anything by organized labor, I respect it. And I would always want to support it. But you see, we have a country where now leaders of various institutions sometimes are compromised in so many different fronts. And therefore, when they raise some of these issues, there has been a discussion or there are ongoing discussions in the actual. When you do that, people don't take you serious. So what I would say is that organized labor, everybody is watching. You went for a meeting, and based on the meeting and the discussions of the meeting, as a group, you took the step that this is the way forward. Your continuous allowance in terms of caution or calling on government that or notification, you are allowing room for discussion.
What a labor.
You understand? When you give me so much prior notice, you are allowing room for discussion. Right? And I'm not too sure what kind of discussion they are expecting. But you see, as I believe in them, that they can cause change, I would wish that really if they will stop this, it means there is a change. The only reason they will stop whatever that they've said, that they are going to go on indefinite strike, is that there is a change. Say if there's no change, then there's no room for them to say otherwise. Then it will render everything that they've done useless, and nobody will take them serious again. And it would also mean there one demand to be our government inform on serious bill.
Yeah.
Ansah. Because sometimes you go on strike for salary or allowance or those things, and we support such cause. Into when we have an issue or a serious, like Galam say, na say, we decide them will take such a step. Now all of a sudden, yet to the man withdrawer, I'm from a serious bill, and anything else that you say in this country, we will not take you serious. Into my extra in there, you see, and unfortunately, some of their strike will affect Aminao, not the presidency.
Yes.
But it affects here. On minus for you now, sorry.
Yes. So into America there, into we should ensure that there are results. Ansah, there should be results. If there's no result, then for me, I wouldn't. It will be sad for me there. What started the war? But I'm opo be onka. But I'm opo onka. But them on no workout. For me, they should stop backing and let us all join them, because it's looking like somewhere is it 2018 or 2017, right? Yeah. Every morning, Bobie, everybody was talking about the issue of Galamsey. We saw that there was a renewed fight there.
2017, 2018 coming. No,
we felt there. We thought something was going to happen. But then, all of a sudden, and you see, I want to add my voice. Dr. Ayo, I have met him once personally. And I know there, it is out of political expediency to not make it that statement. But it's a very, very loose statement. And it shows them Obia or promising, because he's a coordinator for a campaign of the vice president. The vice president is promising us a better tomorrow. You understand?
Oh, are you?
Oh no, no, chinchim akwanisika inside akwanisika Ghana web. Every akwanisika no.
Ghana web. Is it Ghana web?
Yeah. Oh, make a story in each wa urebe ho. But say Brunino. Aye. So Ghana web.
So the issue is that if you are leading somebody who is promising the better Ghana tomorrow, then you have no chance now. No, kade you to you be to us na. It is sent for what Ghana tomorrow. And I was expecting that by now he has been called to order. So once he has not been called to order, it's a leadership issue. Baby, I will draw a leadership issue and nothing else. Dobia Bekebia, I make a leadership issue. Because you see, if the leader decides that no, there will be control, there will be security, there will Obiaba fall in line. You school no those times go for one answer grass when the school decides that nobody should walk on the lawn, you won't. Circle. The first time maybe Accra, Bobie, my bitter experience of Accra, roundabout na in Nantu, and I didn't know. Simpenya branch me get me politin bag. Muruchum na ma across the circle no. Na nkrofu bi guards be chasing me. That was when I knew that I can run. It's for me, when leadership is up to the task, everybody will fall in line.
Listen. So organized labor. Tell.
Yo, wait there. Obi come. I mean, chat here for me. I have for me. I mean, more about so saying there be a me born. Now, Kwabena, organized labor no. Media for count. Sir.
Adwumayɛfoɔ nyinaa kuba time.
DJ for count.
DJ, yeah.
DJ say what Ghana so count.
DJ for count.
And the best say DJ for no dey. Omo more yanyum.
Otuko no ebe frɛ o.
Your friend is saying omo makala. Omo to say omo mo ya ban adwuma ni asoɛ ahodoɔ a sɛbi omo di dwuma wɔ aban asoɛ a omo wɔ ɔman mu nyinaa no so omo ka ho adɔkotafoɔ ka ho a bɛsrɛ omo sɛ adɔkotafoɔ no nso so wɔm sɛ ɛkɛbɛhia but omo deɛ omo kɔ striker sɛbi nipa bɛwu nipa nkwa nso so sɛbi you cannot reverse it when your decision is reversed untimi is resurrecting nipa no ti omo deɛ ɛbɛsrɛ omo sɛ because I've taken the Ghana Medical Association to court not because sɛbi o metan omo no and yes bi a omo plight nyaade a sɛbi medwen ho anase bi a omo di hiade nyama di hiade. My only reason for taking them to court is because I realized that it was very, very political. Because I had met Sir John together with the leadership of the Medical Association at Afrikiko. And 3 days after, I'm on call strike. You know how Sir John behaves. And I remember, sir, those things, even though are past, they still are fresh in my mind, especially when I lost a sister to their strike action. And I'm sure so many other Ghanaians may have also lost different relatives, friends, and family. And also so, of course, and yes, the person say be a doctor near sometimes if you put your issues across, say everyone is a potential patient, you know. We must also help you communicate your issues with, to the authorities. Ebeboama mososo monioma akemu yebebemamo. Anu ntina me de omo call court. Nti no organized labor omo friend na my friend. Ehun hia. Ohun enua atoka asembi. Imudu pa we may have played along, you know, with the issue of raising, but Metiodi are striking me. Oh, say, any power who we are say. Now, we share and penny for that organized labor. No, now, Obi, na Junimo boat too. Our young penny. Utimi, Edisika, Nioma, Dadamo. Emamuye. Very irrelevant to the point say my home can cramp no it's me my man for suspect say more can come home because more could pay be a dear because abua sometimes the empire crime I cry example say obi who's a crime I po na on car. Say oba be mani ni fie ne ebo ne yi akia ya mode sasem we betu dwam no enka bi kuma ma ultimatum bi o that period no e was say nye kitase hye proye e na adokro organized labor leadership a e was say nka by now no nka ban na what is we no ne ho po because we have seen the kinds of organized labor in Kenya, for example, when you say it turned out say omukrom ko demonstration na na say youth no omo no mu dimuntintin my power social media no the membership of omonso organized labor. South Africa ɛyɛ ku a ɛka ne ho a because ɛnyɛ productivity kora ne yɛadwen ho the kind of nneɛma a come along with their decision to strike a loan no ɛyɛ too huge a burden for any government to carry. Enti no ɛyɛ na yɛka nipa binom te sɛ because there are very respectable personalities amongst them ɔmo nsɛm no ɛyɛ na mete radio so ka ɛha me but I mean sɛbi wobu ho a ne yɛbu o ewiase sɛ woammu ho a obi bu a ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ ne ya because wo sɛ ɛyɛ mutual but it first comes with when you respect yourself ɛna society betimi nso so agyina so aka sɛ okay sɛ obu ne ho deɛ a ɛna yɛ nso emu no ɛna woyɛ wo ho a ɛna yɛfa wo a ɛna yɛde yɛ wo na anyɛ wo yɛ a ɛna yɛnya wo fa yɛ nti me deɛ mede ma no bɛka wansɛm a nana ato da zikan no sɛ mumu mo ho na sɛbi mo hyɛ bo a munni so ɛnyɛ ko a mo ko ama mo ho kɛkɛ mo ko agye mo man asi hɔ. From the look of things, it's not about the discussion any longer. Say everyone is aware of what the president is doing when we talk about Galamsey. Kwabena, how many times haven't we sat in this studio and discussed community mining? Say it's an illegality. Yeah. But if you have a president who is supposed to be a lawyer, appoint Obi Awoye Galamsey and a lawyer, Timia Dan Damra say yene Timia ma your friend is saying. Kwan sɛ akonya sɛ yɛnkɔ forest mu ɛnkɔ tu ɛfɔm agudie ɛnsɛe ɔman no forest na ɔsan nam aburokyire ɛsrɛsrɛ sika sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde yɛ green Ghana wɔ mampani a n'adwene wei criminally minded yes apart from the this kind of year campaign no sɛ sika wɔde sɛm food mfuo ne sɛ wonim sɛ Kwabena baby Galamsey na do na hu o hwɛ
ya sɛ o man no
ebi yɛde Ghana water penna ebi yɛ be kakra no
ɔmo create rebel group ɛgya yo Ansah 2018 2019
I heard you mention this way back
make say Akufo-Addo be free on my way so
I can cite the example in which you see you remember me bogosu issue no yakwache me ne Michael Lampon me nua Michael Lampon ne ho dodo no now ya che ye no senye sabi Kwabena boa na maboa me ho a me sada mata so a ekaba na nka me nka atiasefo ho bi bogoso that time all because yakotena studio ka kire wo bogoso radio bi so say Akufo-Addo no mu di tro wo bogoso onyina o say afoko ne president Akufo ene ye friend say of mpianim eno omo akokum Mahama Adams eno omo de nam enti ye yakwa ya ye ko defend asem no eno omo chesi yen ko for free Galamsey pit mu ebe se ebe ram the app no sanya men said that matter so
last 2 weeks debut what they say o citizen Eastern regional minister be catch re say Olidi ni emema 40 echo forest no mu enipa omokoto om na ese om retreat o se atu a omwo ewo ho no asem we maka
ohun say
yati krom ha ena ammunition kase boxes by 25 ayira every eye osu castle ha wo mu abu mpoma ena famu. Can you imagine castle eye bu mpoma asisa ammunition kase bepemene parliament amfra eye kandapa atuo no ewo he aman no so kandapa ne Akufo-Addo man o madwene se mono ye di mo so te se enkoa colonial masters any slaves ye ni explanation bia ma mo ne
was
in the name of national security enti bepemene eye se atuo no na kandapa no de akomo boys no owura mu ho
enu na nka me ba be so I was just about telling you say the regional minister Eastern regional minister no asema obeka ya ne ya nan sesem a wo to a kire yen because boys no mo ngu nwura anim no e ono ane boys
before
omo to Galamsey yes sales me Akufo-Addo In fact, look, when Akufo-Addo was looking for a regional minister, he could only rest on him because or Peobia Sebi, why yes man. Obia waka one can be. Now here's a champion we are. Akufo-Addo can obey to Makabi. Meanwhile, at that time, no one losing the seat. To Befi, was it to Befi? No, to OPK. Oh, so Kwabena, maybe there is a good call. Sir, Omube is sincere to themselves and won't allow for Dukanom to bribe them like they wanted to bribe you. To bribe Akufo-Addo to bribe them. Oh, I know there's a Kwabena Haka.
Me send a message by Duka say, Sikano at the match as Usuno. Oh, no, yeah, lem. And you must have
Taso the enquire software. That's all for the Nodino Galam say pity. And in William, quiet.
Nana, me da say obi busa question and I had my say Bobie any update on Bedia too. I'm still thinking about my $150.
Ghana hun sem hu hia chen was am penny bia o no to the baby. Ghana hun sem hu hia kra.
No, almost say idea on my man promotion. As an Bedia too, any promotion.
Oh, Kwabena yan Kenyans asem ne yan camp
no, I'm body di wa na me minima de kro.
Yan kan di pasem ne yan mo asem no.
Yo, mate. Yo, eti any yan kan ni pasem wen. Me pacho ma take it chill kakra ti me pebela kwa anu maba ai amonum bela kwa emra ai ense nu ho awoti a ema mental health na ase when your mental when your hemorrhage okay
now we go through 10-hour surgery there na Kwabena get can di pass am na kanye
okay any empacho the woman say eya num belakwa ai num belakwa na eye on say obu o wa wo shatare wa bodam eniema ni bi wo so a depression. Just take belakwa and chill, relax, take it easy. Abrabo wonye kitikiti wo se say wi ase niema nyina ba obo a wo ha da kura na uti apai ukofa your friend say art center asase ya nkroma de jaye na aso de bebu enkrofo ubeje ma sika no afa
seriously at work.
Say art center.
Seriously
art center.
And the boys center.
Any the boys center.
Yes. Yes.
So ka nyame oho
near airport.
Nyame oho be ya maye. Ewurade de bibia nso ne yo yegum pai bono aso obeya maye nyame be ya maye ye nsuro atakro nchie nyame be ya maye ye nsuro obeye oh ewurade be ye fami
awo fresh
ewurade be ye
nyame nhira
ewurade be ye ewurade de bibia ye no na nyame mi se ewurade be ye o nyame
oh fami
be fo awo your sister yare be ko ate because sister why should I tell ewurade nsa yare
nyame ma fami congratulations
nyame be ye o nyame be ye ewurade aye awie kura ma ye dadaada ewurade be ye o free ewurade free de o ye so ado okọ de ni nice jot no de nice jot no ti nyame be ye ewurade be ye ama ye
Wabatele Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
That means that you, what you can say, Kwabena, can't you go, Mamma?
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. We are back here. Part of for NDC a response to this, you know, to has say a quick one. Now yembimu a man penny for and I pack meeting, so which means definitely panel members are you say and comma a course, so various questions and answers are free. A year, you know, a buyer. Until and this so called a year or more a meeting and ra na almost coy no sir and someone bobo home the two jano. It's so unfortunate, sir. Yentime enya ne ye our Facebook page. So let me check on the statement. Now submit me a read free me phone so yamoso back me no be na from home. Okay, so NDC position on matters arising from IPAC relative to the 2024 provincial voters register. Following the special inter-party advisory committee IPAC meeting held today, Tuesday, 1st October 2024, to deliberate on the 2024 provisional voters register, the functional executive committee FEC of the NDC deems it fit to restate the following significant admissions by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. So, point one, illegal transfer of voters due to the lack of a liveliness test technology, as occurred in Pusiga and other constituencies. So these are some of the issues the EC admitted. Okay, all right, so point two, erroneous addition of previous transfers to the current 2024 transfer list. Point three, presence of corrupted files in the 2024 provisional voters register, which the commission claims have been rectified and restored. Point five, deleted voters who the commission wishes to place on the missing voters register. And point six, a vulnerable EC IT system that is susceptible to data manipulation and infiltration from officials and non-officials of the Electoral Commission who have access to login credentials. So with this background, the Functional Executive Committee of the NDC has deliberated and decided to accept the EC's promise to release to political parties the correct or corrected or updated version of the 2024 provincial voters register for scrutiny within 1 week. FEC further welcomes the decision by the Electoral Commission to re-exhibit the updated provisional voters register. We however recommend that the re-exhibition exercise should be conducted online and offline at the exhibition centers. Additionally, the NDC demands a multi-stakeholder and inter-party examination of the IT system of the Electoral Commission with the aim of addressing the vulnerabilities that the EC itself has admitted to, which vulnerabilities led to the several of the anomalies we have raised. Clearly, the vulnerabilities in the IT system of the Electoral Commission can be exploited by criminals, and underlined, criminals. Again, criminals, to compromise the integrity of the December 7th, 2024 elections if not addressed. Okay, so signed by Fifi Fiave Kwete, General Secretary. Eagle Eye, organize, don't agonize. Okay, so hashtag 24-hour economy. All right, so that's it. Thank you. My mission is free council. So council, Enra GCPP that uko IPAC meeting.
I was present myself.
Okay, so everything that went on, you are aware the issues raised by my fellow opposition party, the NDC. I don't know whether the GCPP also raised any issues there. The response from the NDC, minimum some more response to incidents, then I don't know your demands either. Thank you.
Commander, Eneda, I made this statement there and I'll still make it again. From 1992, IBC in there. It is political parties, war contributions, agitations, political activism. Now I'm from our opaque ballot boxes to we having transparent ballot boxes. First, in a voter register, they didn't go in order. Pitch and count. Until when I would do womb, so your son you will be you. It is out of political activism, no better. There black and white pictures. And I call colored pictures. And I see say I biometric system. And for me, yesterday there was another historic feat that Ghanaians made. Ochrede. For now, IPAC meetings would have media representation and it will be carried live.
Sure.
It is a feat that we should be proud of as Ghanaians. Because following elections all over the world, Electoral Commission has never been trusted in any country.
Mm-hmm.
It is the systems awarded to Akwim. Mobaya, Obama, Obie feel it there.
It is
transparent. Nti yena yenkodo. What are the issues? Bobie, another thing I'm realizing there. See, as political parties, Obia will be any investment.
Mm-hmm.
I am very sure that the NDC has improved their IT department of the party over time.
Very.
As I said.
It's
because of Onamdiame Hunti. However, other political parties probably might not be their interest area. So they are deficient in that area. In this area, if you look at all the discussions, one of the things I realize is that, and personally, that is my take back. There, okay. Are we informed as we're supposed to be to understand the various issues? Because apart from 2 or 3 political parties, nobody had an IT team or IT person with the team. That's one thing I also realized. And minim so oye shadaza and obi shada because the meeting itself, we were not privy to what really was going to be discussed until Monday. Friday, we received information about the meeting. And the agenda was voter provisional register and other matters. It did not talk about the NDC's issues. Because if you are coming to discuss provisional register, as we speak, we need to be having the certified register.
I hear say almost promises by 5th September.
On the EC calendar or 5th September.
So why?
And it was one of the things I talked about there. Per the EC's calendar, we were supposed to have the certified register on the 5th of September. In the year, Oyandida was 1st October. We don't have it. And we do not have clear timelines. You will receive the certified register. But you see, every argument on a provisional register will be flawed. Because a provisional register, per the CI, one more opportunity. There will be objections. It will raise all the issues about it. And once the CI itself talks about raising objections, anything else anybody will say, Obia opedo on your excuse, no back there. Oh, it is based on this in raise your objections. It is expected that those objections will be dealt with. So on your news, and I think earlier my conversation has always been that we can only do a proper audit of a register when it is certified. Because you see, if an American, you might go through the register, more information. Miso, commander, letter ya madam or a draft into Shomina mam feedback. You give me feedback. What am I supposed to do? Is to correct it. Inti, one of the conspiracy theories in there. If sure what happened on the day of the ballot, Evans picked the ballot. He held on to it. He wanted to pick another one. Okay, yida ikitana. Oh, you know your one. So obi abeka there ampa. Shempo nkodu tumo. But the muye nintina still oye number one. So it is made to perceive that it is true. When the electoral commission that was not open for a media coverage of meetings decided that now they are going to have an IPAC meeting at the full glare of the media, it means they are prepared. It means that why ready.
But I think so. They did it based on NDC's request.
No.
Yes.
No. It was based on pressure, not just NDC can. But what I'm saying is that as much as NDC pressure, no member,
because the day before IPAC,
it was the NDC pressure
released a statement asking the EC for the first time.
That decision has been taken a long time ago.
Well, what we know in public domain is that the NDC statement that EC say Ombema live coverage, was the only statement in public domain.
No.
And if the EC had taken that decision before the NDC, they should have issued a statement that going forward, this is what we want to do.
No. It is the NDC. And yesterday I said that we should commend the NDC for not relenting on pushing for this. Because you see, it is that pressure. The international body demand,
including more other opposition parties.
I don't think it's based on that. It is more of the pressure from the NDC and the international community.
Okay.
Okay. You understand? But what I'm saying is that it's not even the last minute release the NDC did. It is the pressure that has been given already. So they had no choice than to do that. But when they allowed themselves for that to happen, you should know they are ready. And they are ready for any other thing.
Okay.
So there is a game plan that you don't fall into it. For instance, yesterday they did a presentation. The only thing that anybody is supposed to do otherwise is based on your presentation. I have these names. Other names into me natural. Me natural. Oh, Dama. It can it about first meeting. Yeah, all the corrections. And only. Or okay, based on what you have raised, you receive or your provisional register. We are going to revise it and add on. What will you say? It's a provisional register. So I made the call that you see, we should not be wasting time on a provisional register. The Electoral Commission per law, my exhibition you are supposed to put everything together and give us a certified register. By now, 65 days to election, we don't have a certified register. The discussion that we still are having is that we'll best say another opportunity to do exhibition of the provisional register again. So they are going to show us the corrections they've done and give us a better register still in the provisional form for us to look at it and get back with another information before it can be certified. But for 65 days to election, sure, practically, if within a week, which is probably next week, one more another provisional register, now one my day, they are giving 2 or 3 days or maximum of 1 week, and people will go through it. And then finally, how long is it going to take them to finalize everything and give us the certified register? That's how much time will we have to go through again? That if you have any issue and you want to go to court, go to court. We should not allow room for somebody to say that finally there is an issue with the register, so a forensic audit is allowed. And now it's allowed, it is going to waste time, so let's postpone the election. Another thing is that who would employ the independent forensic auditor?
The EC, of course.
But there is the same EC you don't trust.
No, but Theo, the forensic auditor no. What the NDC is saying is that just get us an independent forensic committee that they will run a forensic audit.
No, but who would employ them?
Yes, it's the easy.
Then what are we saying?
No, the committee.
Commander Maminga Samcho.
Hold on. 2015. Justice Scrap Committee. No. Why not take committee?
Exactly the point.
Maybe. Why not take committee?
Easy.
Easy tea committee. Me pacho. Easy chairman and chairman.
Debbie. But did you
So-
trust? Did you trust the committee?
Bring some people together. Those eminent people, no, omunshebu bi ade kura yeye.
Commander, did you trust the committee?
Well, at the end of the day, we had a committee. The committee claimed that they have cleaned the register. The MPP accepted. We went to 2016 elections and they won, even with trees and animals.
Exactly my point. So
They won.
the conspiracy theory.
Yes.
You see you see these things are the issues. The conspiracy theory are making them. When you allow those things too much, what is going to happen is the timing. And I made mention first of the timing. Okay. You see, this committee thing, it was 2015, a whole year before election.
Yes.
Yankee, it was 2015.
Sharp.
This one, it is 65 days to election.
Yes.
And even they've not given you a certified register.
Yes.
So if they give you the certified register, probably 50 days to election.
So which means the previous easy no, proactiveness and a boy might me enya committee more clean see no. But then when you have an electoral commission, your mom say you baby your baby then 3 months 4 months to election after crown OSBC no all mount a friend say before SBC no, even before SBC no, I never tell me I start no, and on the NDC a book when
the exhibition has started. We got our West when exhibition has started. So you see,
no, but is it proper?
What we should be pushing?
Is
for?
it proper?
It's not. As we speak, we don't even have timelines.
So which means and yet NDC they delay time.
No, I'm not saying that. I think you are getting it wrong. I'm not talking about NDC delay time. On your NDC, you see, it's in in there after exhibition. On your do be no trend when to come out. By now, a certified register should be ready.
Sharp.
Whether there's somebody is talking about, because they've not listened to anybody.
I agree.
So whether somebody is talking or not, you will still be working.
Yeah.
You understand? So by now, they should be having a certified register.
Yeah.
Don't say because somebody is asking questions.
I mean, you are right.
You understand?
No,
so my point is that by now we should have clear timelines, because the timeline they gave us long ago, no, wait, 5th September you will give certified register. It is first. We don't have, and as we speak, we still do not know when the certified register will be ready. But you see, in the you couldn't extend those questions, because even when I asked after time I want to say as to it will be given next week, you couldn't be doing back and forth, because most of the time was given to the NDC. They had the issues. They were the ones that knew what the issues were. They have done in-depth analysis of the whole issues. As I said, they brought an IT team to lead the charge. So anybody else, what they will say is based on the presentation that happened, but not based on the actual in-depth information, because nobody knew it.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is why I felt that beyond engagement of CSOs, the next thing that they could have done is to engage political parties. Because Movement for Change, you don't have the database.
We don't have the register.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if
No, we
yes,
don't have it.
they are independent. They don't. They were not invited.
No,
They are not invited because
your whole your electoral system. No,
So independent candidates they invite you.
They
are not.
But what you need to know there? What kind election no? Oh, what election no answer? Oh, friend man maybe.
I didn't know.
So about them.
What me jalan ho.
No.
Akọfẹ kuyadonko. Na wo obawe.
That one there.
You see,
It's not an issue.
You see,
It's not an
that is not the
issue.
The main issue is
That one since Opinion Farijan time. No. When you are talking about
stakeholders, where you candidates 13 people are going to contest an election. So it's no more about political party or independent. Be an interested party.
Yes.
I didn't know how discuss it.
No, I understand. I mean, I was one of the people.
Yes.
I called some of the independent candidates. Are you aware there is a meeting on this? They said no. I said, oh, call them to find out. Then they said, oh, this is an iPad. That was the first time I heard that it is for response to the NDC, and that was Monday. Because what they said was that, oh, this is an IPAC meeting to discuss the issues that NDC has brought.
Those issues affect.
The EC is just confused
In terms of what?
in terms of their dealings.
Oh yes, it's not for me. I wouldn't say it's confusion. It's deliberate.
Okay.
Because it's not a matter of confusion. Everything is deliberate. You see, but you see, I don't want to lose focus. My focus should be give us a clear timetable.
Yes.
Let us know by now. Because them are working. Normally, after people have filed and you now know who the candidate.
What else?
You bring them into meetings. We don't do IPAC meeting. Now it is about election.
Yes.
It's an election itself. It's not just about an inter-party meetings. Normally you bring representatives of all the candidates mobile present. The only unfortunate thing in the OBO parliamentary level, no, just say the music DIPAC meetings or MyPAC meetings, municipal them DIPAC meetings and RIPAC meetings. No, but so be independent as a parliamentary candidate. They will also have the benefit of the discussion at the national level.
Yeah.
Because maybe we need presidential candidate at the national level. But the national level, every candidate now has a stake and should have a voice at whatever meeting that we do. It's very important. The mobile part of the discussions that move forward. But even if it is the NDC response na mobile, then why did you call out the other parties?
Exactly. Because you know, NDC.
You understand? This issue is about the voter register. All of us.
Is it?
And like I said, for me, the engagement itself that would have gotten a lot of people more insight into the detail is that say me I may raise issues in me engage all the others.
Yeah.
Let one see the issues and see because they are deficient.
Exactly.
Most of us are deficient in the IT sector infrastructure. And it's an admission. Into obedience as mami ko don go be no yin general secretary no be. Are they IT people?
I don't got IT as.
You understand? But then
so from the GCPP point of view, what is the way forward?
My way forward is we need a timeline, a clear timeline as to when
But
we receive.
I didn't want you officially to the EC.
Oh, that's where meeting we did. And
Wonderful.
Before I came here, I had a meeting with my flag bearer there. This is my proposal. That I think from what happened yesterday, may call meeting with a very open mind. Because Ochinabi, based on where you sit at the table, your voice might be different.
Yeah.
I want my voice to be played tomorrow and it should be the same thing. So I said, well, I'm happy that this opportunity has been given. And I thank the NDC for pushing. However, 65 days to election, we should know when we are having the certified register. And we should play by the rules of the game. Because if we don't play by the rules of the game, because since I was saying Bobie another exhibition, it's going to extend the time. And the man no him brebiam. And brand on my room for exhibition period wait you. So if you are saying that you buy another exhibition, find out a gentleman agreement. Because of the issues that have been raised, Moya correction from Brand Shredder or Yampa and Sana, you close everything. But you see, even if we do an audit today, no people do this and one system, no one, they will still do it. The most important thing is that let the systems work. Okay. Because Obia, me did chatono. Obia also suspected and the wife who cheat. Decided the day Obibis and wife, Obis and wife and the wife is so ampa. Me Obia and Daisy, but me being for be bob on Komoka crank. Ne being say okay. Them that may for bodyguard to guard my wife. The next moment, bodyguard no on your. So that's why I'm saying we should be careful how we are opening certain Pandora's box. It is because there is a deliberate attempt to block you for a while. Finally, when they allow these things, they have planned. Of course. And we should be careful to keep the focus.
Okay, all right. Now, one quick comment from Daniel Du says, Bobby, I think the rest of the smaller parties are also not helping. Now, Citizen Ato is saying they had their register when the exhibition was ongoing, and yet they kept quiet and did not complain. Meanwhile, they knew it was wrong. They are making it seem like the NDC is the problem and the NDC is on their own. Anyway, okay, so
for me, I've never been quiet. I think even in your studio and Honto studio, me the video, I think Listo Wakra was here when I was talking about that. Me the video I was the day me Ansah Kenu na mo Kumasi Cultural Center. Kumasi Cultural Center, there was an exhibition stand there. As at 9 something. No, there was no even EC officer was not there.
Okay.
And we talked about it. I also said there, a Krobia sa me kwenu. Now what the exhibition people with the Kokura. With the Kokura, there was no supervision about it.
One quick comment.
So those issues there, we've raised it. Until I made it there. Finally, there is going to be live coverage of proceedings. Yeah. This first thing they say it was direct with somebody. We are not privy much into the details, but the other bigger issues that are coming.
Van Elom says, Commander, okay. Glasses Movement for Change has proposed a timetable. Why can't we just follow it? Simple. Tommy, easy matters arising.
You, Commander,
you have to deal with it.
I don't know. Hey, microphone. Yeah,
easy. No, we wrote to them.
We will make that say. I'm taking for you. Come now, and the see here, IPAC no. It was a complete sham. Many citizens be here adwene baby. Say, me say baby a pressure electoral commission so no. So mo makwan see nye bibia, they intentionally planned it. They said enra dey course no. They intentionally planned everything. Wouldn't him say, Andra, yeah, in the beer, you call IPAC as observers. There are people are consistently or more IPAC as observers. Their data is with the Electoral Commission. Wouldn't him say most of the people are consistent people are or more as observers at IPAC and Electoral Commission are more. Me do ho almost say ye didn't need listen so and I'm able to say okay listen no there facture me the observer list no on fan me because her listen so Christian Men Fellowship kite just like some funny names so and the explanation on the man say Electoral Commission ankasa in a list of observers. Referee no or no ankasa in a list of observers. So member observe procedure and the course when run. So clearly you could see say everything was just calculated and orchestrated, to achieve a certain purpose. But at least Enra, a lot of you saw the things I've been complaining about of what Ekwadonko has been doing at IPAC. I think they know be sometimes people think say I am joking. And kwasadi no di no say enra and I'm so a gentle kakra. In some hunu kwa kwasase mon kwa say you know or the tell. But how some way somehow on serious issues like this, the Electoral Commission continue to give some way coin. Okay, so what the IPAC to come and even address the issues of the concern or the issues of NDC. Now we invite Alan, Movement for Change. And you don't go by there. Okay, don't go. What complain for Bibi home? Or NDC me. It told the see over here then. You see, it's a strategy. Yeah. They just throw her in. Oh no, about muddy waters no. Na tama mumeni abrena makoma wasro no matu na tum na say o de ade no dia gona wa belittle this course no
not media for that picky
na on say yen so nkwase ade esiri hehede na ya attention no so enti me na enra me do nkwase ade mo diti me bufu me free ho me free ho enti na say be mentimi mbone ni so ama wono me free ho time point na me ni ho but I pack on the saba bio ebe saba bio na I'm just waiting say about we be opposition na akwa don kwa aso asa ne ntoma no
obesaje
ne ntoma na ni apa no akekere dia betena ho say oba IPAC meeting you know Kwabena, the Electoral Commission, when I saw the notice of this IPAC, say NDC, emfa omo issues no more reason emre omo. Meanwhile, for the past 2 weeks, the Electoral Commission has been telling us that they've resolved most of the issues the NDC have raised. 80 metis also wants some funny issues in Miranda. So I was wondering, is it the same issues you've resolved about 90% of them? You've been constantly telling us for the past 2 weeks that you resolved those issues. Is that the same issues you're asking them to bring? And like citizens said, we are just about 65 days to the elections. 66 or so. Timer. And NDC for calling for an audit of the system. About a month ago, say, "Can see your auditor something here?" And you know what person wa ye kukwasa sa ebe kan ya kaso because of time into no there because time ko, and they are gradually achieving that narrative. But you see bibi anko papa ya nygrede. The Electoral Commission should be wary because omudi agra they will be putting the lives of their officers they will be sending to the polling station at risk. Because sebi you me drew polling station ho na me kuta me card me voters ID na me indicate say me polling station ni na me drew ho na say wo se me di ni paper no to moment register ni to moment to aba me no be wo ho and just over swami wo polling station officer now one here so to me ball no entino Kwabena, the Electoral Commission should know say they will be sending or deploying in conforma minimum and conform papanum to the polling centers. They should be careful. They should be wary and mindful. Said you will be sending officials to the polling centers. And to me bana mukuta me card. A trace me polling station here. Na me ban usi me di ni paper ne so. And yes, I want me no bet share. Me no bet da ho. So you are going to put the life of all these people at risk. Because Kwabena, and conform bon confo. Me say election we own will be the diagra. Will be the election we diagra. Na me kuta me Ghana, me kuta me voters ID card. E indicate me polling station here. Na ma ba me be do ho. me kuta me card who is now print ama me e say me polling station we see me din next to ma to aba and me no so and at that level you cannot control the temper of people at that level you cannot control what happened. And if you look at the number of police and military and Ghana, you cannot deploy all of them to all the police centers. You are going to create a lot of problems on election day. So the EC should be careful, Kwabena. They should be careful because next year, and go for bro more officials now because.
But Tommy, I think say almost. Issue say okay you be re-exhibition
then some electronically me mama o tie kura so ono phone o ko be anything on the internet they are saying they are going to do it electronically the re-exhibition electronically Kwabena enti wo mo ni smartphone e ko for o ma bodamo onye so se nkofo we o te Ghana Chrome bi enti your friend say ntumuru e tire ho baby
obi an check it so mo
dan buy tire ho baby na internet nya adwuma wo ho no o te wo obaye den no wa check it na you online
am on best we check it so ma shisha adwuma no adwuma shisha
enti Kwabena me de one na me de mo say they should be careful. They will be deploying people's mothers and fathers to the polling centers to go and man the elections. If they want their officials to go to the polling centers and come back intact, they should start doing the right thing now.
They will come back intact. Because Kwabena
election time, no, you cannot control the tempers of people.
Yes, no, but no, a officer not already. Oh no, they are not.
Kwabena, me voters ID card. Send me trouble polling station, ha. Me buy me card. We say my co-register, so me share within this to be my own trouble. Kwabena say me no be wo.
You know be wo we fast.
Me no wa.
But do you think Jane are the requirements are that's okay?
Yeah, and I make
no
until edu ho beke.
Because at that time on when if you
Kwabena
it is also be harming officers no.
Kwabena edu ho. She is responsible for all the officers. She's the returning officer for the presidential. She will be deploying all those officers across the 36,000 polling stations. But they are all going there on her order, on her account. Until anything that happens to any of the officers, she's responsible. Until you do one now here. Now, you will see what will happen.
Thank you. Solo.
The woman say I pack and meeting a course if he say political parties in the also be serious because you near Brokuma. Yeah, to me, yeah, voter registered a movement for change independent candidate.
Why?
Why, dear? Why? Now, yeah, political party I from NDC. Or what to me, I adom. Acquire meticulous job. I any ever be familiar win election because the NDC in to advantage. Now, Oma ba IPACA. The list are all the smaller parties between they say a more piafon and the mama say a Juma ye de ma ye any register na ye cotton say ye da. Ya nya madam de moye. Nanka ya boamo say yen ya na register in your croji. Na CPP ni abegina ne de ko huntintini no kabro for na komna de nra mam ye mu sheme na say. Minimum no. Your friend say what na why pack. Habib. And then this created tension. That's hey, papa. One or woody oh so wow sika now they campaign across the country. Now check here a liter of diesel. A car yeah bo. Now so be a person for Kotipuraso. In any case, you clearly registered more. Which political party advantages and you're born in the Ubutrimwa. And then this would be a walk up bofun walk come who you say a quadrangle air bonnie sim. Hey, a quadrangle ya that tip bofuna Cynthia who's a summer walk on. Eh, I say, well rehearsed. Kofi Apalu so gye no no so abeka wobeye hudios or say in order to no 50,000 0.02 negligible na ni wura fin ho say na no ye koto aba time de no 2008 abadro said the professor Mills the win
40,000
or no so ye presidential candidate o na sa Apalu nyampanya mpasa no ane sika ana ode ye campaigner obeka say 50,000 enye hwe. And it clearly now I say IPAC meeting no I gang up say yakoshe adwuma yemtue ya no engu one political party so na enkoye say e NDC nkwa nenya. Don't forget the movement for change a really serious issue with the voter register.
Yeah.
Ya catch electoral commission ya trokoma Mensa say on the 23rd of September say see na yenya 13 candidates no. Fa obia fa the IT person and also the other represented mbra. Near farm form committee. That committee no invite IT consultant come. Namo mona monam krom say mu independence e pese gifiri musem. Yenye munyi munipa no on chair sa committee no. Now
but then you have other interest groups.
Everybody
no be
ahembi. Now sa group na be kire kwan ya be fa so a sa audit no ye be ye. Orala nchemante sa de to aso say na monko for 2020 voter register final one no enfamra. Transfers be a since 2021 monko famra. Registration be a since 2021 limited registration be a monko famra. Your friends a special voters list be a mobia monko famra. Na yen chema committee members in no be ankumu. Now electoral commission in ya don't say how mo ayo mo input. Ye we are ya audit or more IT system. The benye bia as register no and then final register. After be a corner election no when we near wasumado. Way at the jena do kwen men send ni moi. We are fully aware. Sir, when was your first one? And also as for the cabaret home munti ye betu. On beso beti. And I want ye nenra. Me share the closing remarks as in the near brain no one of say. All force to say ye better trust. Me trust. Now, YT director Kwabena says Momo operate on the zero trust policy. What was on trust? So, I mean, trust. In any case, the architecture of our electoral system, no, HSN is all trust to be. See, I trust the electoral commission in the agent police station. Don't get better if you. I don't get if you more than you pop bonus about way. Obian trust to be. And it is also for Jessica, no be a boy children, Obian trust to be. Yen, I am watching, or now, auditing na ti sa de Samson Ladi ebusa boss wasara no sa auditing
we ya e de na beba
o se bibia ma
enti adenti na so nye
e de kro no na be hwe Evans ni mako animwa Alamond me fa ho hye sa nyoma no mo because politics is very essential was NPP no moba commissioner beka se mosuma detect say illegal transfers bi akoso man share out. And you look at the reason why granted you know say you start me your friend say voter register. In any case, electoral commission catching you say to say the other citizen provisional voters register. And they have been young can be home. Menoka say ye ma obi final register. On what basis no say register now on credible robust. But whatever register you are having a provisional na be and you can also not pronounce say a credible and robust. Before say or say oba no Jane o man ne bre na baby edru bia obi a wasa obo bia no ka kire nipa say baby edru o man tension enra orala nchematisha aye kwemada ba ko a me re fikro for one of the voter region areas was a man the omo kan so omo stress asundwe mra mesra kwemada ne say sa efutuo na no de mo orala nchemate no won fa bi ma Jane Mensa say o your bad time hwe no wa plonje on my way anko say yimo Bibia tintiriti, Bibia tintiriti, Anna, it is robust, it is credible, Bibia, ya now quarantine, near pan now quarantine. Why to officer say there are vulnerabilities, indeed there are vulnerabilities, and yes, Anka, sad transfers now, a free Tamale South and a Riguko Pusigano can take place. Ya to me in the register will be nipo, independent ho. Ya transfers, ya be dear who nipa do doa, san your mother do where SU
across the country.
Can you imagine? Kwabena na obisi ye hwehwa di ne no kroje a me ka referee bia no di Ghana match. We referees are ready. No akwaje bribe na exchange socks. I think the Anglo Gold match go fees ada bibisa. And the supporters ni John fees say bibi referee no. O say enye bibi am so de enye bibi am yen hwe enye bibi. Ya ko check ye na sika say o bi dufu no. I do be the electoral commission.
Enye bibi a.
Yes ye pese hwe. O say enye bibi ani.
We dey say enye bibi a.
Ya ko na bibi ani mo ya do bo be ma. Na o fi say ya ko hwe ba na say bibi ani mo a. Je men say kromo e betra.
Ene say wedding.
Ah we ya no issue statement. Atamfo ni wo ko be kwa soro ko da nyame ase esanse wunim se mo bon pudio nipa be 4 million bodi ase register bu say mo ba be twa gu na mo wi ba ka se mo ye smart this year the word smartness they be twa emfan koi I don't think the earlier the better or the register the band next week say la ye be punch host na ye be sra mo a ye be kwa kojibi o GCP before bo de munya register the ba be copy ye was superior software ye de be identify more. Now, after your man look stupid, James will look stupid because under the final register, now you're punchy host mawa. I don't hear you'll be forced to do the your friend is say forensic audit. Says I will say a provisional. Anything can count to be them. But I'll break a final near punchy host no more. And no till no more tata and this is say change it more for the morning in any day. Emra, or ya na come so ye no massa for back bottom yashishim. You better come main election on the same problems. Now you see, Mensa when my men catch on ya about say Obekona Dinimo, one Mensa Thompson Obekona Digu. But let me tell you, say, the same Mensa Thompson Dino, ye trouble could brekum. I am an ID card or the to the same Mensa Thompson. That is what you are dealing with, duplication of names. And no, and yeah, about what you need more. But Kwabena will be answer, Ebia or two about I was so. The same Kwabena will be answer, what's at the back, what can one? Sahi, Obato Okuta ID card, Nibi. That is what you are dealing with. I don't know, and yeah, easy. I don't know, one person will bet you.
Almost generating names,
multiple names
without any identity.
That is it. That is it. I don't know. Problem here bigger than what we are seeing. Now I challenge the electoral commission. I won't feel boni bi anymore. But they won't find an embra. Na yenkum. Now they are betting say we see wa. Say I made the international community ni na. Say be alive. And wait tension ne kosro. Pressure ne kosro. Now the heat they do level be you be the catch up some more the entrance. Ya kon man makrum. Ghana election ye kan wasem. Na heat bayama edru embre na Tuesday ye toto shop no abra no bianka say your state of emergency. Order no veni agro. Be man wasi.
Listo. To me jana yanko. So NDC response to EC and other matters.
We dey obi kan. Enya dia enka ehun be hia kra say electoral commission asemi nka mesa abosubi.
Me ba cho referee no obi akai no. William Agbovi.
Ah, that's the kind of
Agbovi. Agbovi. Bia the cross ye bibia.
Agbovi fiafiton.
Ba cancer. Ora ele. E ya force say me socks wo. Wo be cancer future abehwe ho. Me go di match. Was my me socks so I ask why you pufu. Is it lawful? How lawful?
Especially, I think we need to interrogate, but I think the sporting laws, no, I think.
If
you are going onto the field, if there was such a players,
no, there be no. Agbovi no. Spectators no. There be any officials no. Spectators no.
No, but I am referee.
Referee. But sporting law be anywhere say. Spectators, either share a referee for home.
No, I know what
Agbovi socks like a
you can raise objections. You can raise it. You can raise it. You can raise it.
Say, Agbovi socks I can see it.
You can raise it.
Yeah, question.
And I don't to be enforcing the question. But you can raise it, and based on that, we'll be able to the wage. And I don't look at the court. Some suspect.
Some socks I can see.
And I said, court will be suspicious of the court. You take suspicions to court.
Okay, me now.
Somebody is suspected that he has stolen something. You understand? Even a week was until you are proven guilty. So it's based on suspicion.
Yes.
So based on suspicion, I can raise those.
Mova emranye dem de be.
Enra,
Yeah.
in fact, before say me be rest studio hano, because of how I rushed into the studio and because of how I na my call program back meant to me and pay attention to their course so fully. That was the until I generalized my discussion, and after a numeric upon yeah, at least me call ya me tena say share the program in full. Me de futua ese fatabema NDC. Hwɛ obi sɛ ɔbɛyɛ wayɛ ne bi sɛbi mpɛduasa election wei a yɛkɔ yi, if I had every reason to believe say there is any other political party or candidate one mobilizes so well or what programs and policies are very potent enough a bit to me winning election no not what effective change ewo mabra bomua. I don't think I would have been advising the NDC. That is not to say, like I've always said, a Juma movement for change here, TCPP here, any all other political parties here, Sebi, I feel say here. No, a multi-party democracy. Like I've always said, good governance advocacy group, your symbol pa ye funtu funa fudenche funa fu. Abuani tie mienu the fu baako. And so mu didi anomoko. And that's the beauty of diversity in unity. Now, Kwabena Enra, I will single out Uromane Boama and praise him for at least his service to God and Ghana, our motherland. If I had any feeling, say, onye obia sebi or say abasobodie in the pastor, it wasn't so, but rather it was because say ye bow pump money a shoulding. Yesterday, I saw the difference between obia sebi or ye patriotic and nipakua omuya mamboyfo, and he stood tallest of all the speakers. Mitie Kodua, at some point, okay, this year, the subject verb agreement, Obi Awako, a university primary, Ako JHS. Ewo, Kumasi, KNUST. Untimi nka NDC has. Boninti, they say, Negram nyina wabon, utimi say wabon pa. Bafunu kura watwe ma. Mopping kura no, na oka mobbing. Enti no, adwinbɔne aba kuratrim NDC for. They say, on my way, Mojo Mahama ninti. Ama se obisi ye Kwame Nkrumah. Omoso Mojo Mahama ninti. Ama se say no. Mo ho aya akono kra chenche na mo a yedi bedi dokuna. Na yenwi nipenti. And nipa ntimi nkamfune. But enemo party no, the attraction is just because of that candidate na Sebio Name enwosa wone so no. But utie Kodua asem, utie Macmenu, utie even Hassan Ayariga, utie Kwiadonko. Oh, botaya ɛno nti ɔmo kɔ hɔ no ɛsiane sɛ adwenbɔne aba akura tiri mu nti no they don't even think sɛ ɛnwom tɔ ɛna the next stage because Kwabena, this meeting has been necessary because of NDC for call for a forensic audit. Anna, easy, Edin Kande Krata Piedjem last week, meboa. Echechemu say, and your man NDC for Kaninina. No. In fact, Oma correcting Nina. Kwabena, Pacho, Sebrebra Mama Nebaba.
Yeah.
Na Sebi, and from Sony Wa. Nsiesie wɔ hɔ
nsiesie ni hɔ
enti mfomso nti ɛna nsiesie wɔ hɔ na wotiri mu fan a kyena man wɔnkum wo gidie sɛ no krem sabi wo man na wo som na nyama yoko MPP na wo som a obi se wo twasa mpanifo sɛ deɛ wo twasa nim sɛ na chiachia na deɛ ɔno ɛhwɛ obi a o twasa ne deɛ otimi hu sɛ na chiachia wo sana wo twa ne nso so no ɛnyɛ sɛ bidiere bia meka sɛ ɛnyɛ Charles Mensa ne wo je Mensa mo namu asɛm ɛne yebusa sɛ sɛbi ne dua awu sɛ ne hu ni hɔ ɛnyɛ no ne yebusa wo ɛyɛ ɔman adwuma na wo se wo bɛyɛ ne yɛde ama wo na wo yɛ ɛna ɔmanfoɔ no emu bi a ɔmo ate amayoku a yɛfrɛ ne NDC a Ghana hanom ne bi amayoku a ɔmo dɔɔso paa Sebi, as of now, you can the membership of Amayoko Mienu MPP ni NDC. NDC for membership does with MPP for. Card bearing members of NDC are in the majority. And I want to say, Abana ye kotono. Oma ye observations be. Ana omo ankasa de efidie any computer. Ahwehwɛ mu ehu sɛ esinto bi wɔ ha ebi wɔ ha ebi wɔ ha Kwabena ɔmo bɔɔso deɛ di kan koraa ɛmaa ne yɛ ehu ɛyɛ pusiga Kwabena ɔbaa yɛ a wɔka yɛ a na wɔsi owu ampa asɛm a moka no yɛhu ɛnu nti nipa koraa a wɔwɔ pusiga hɔ no yɛyi n'adi ɛna abɛyɛ nsɛ na hɔ ama obi ehu sɛ obi wɔ pusiga timi yɛ a Kwabena na deɛ ɔte okan kwe south
ɔbɛyɔ
Kwabena me ne wo ka sɛ ɛnɛ me kɔgya me nua Kion
ate wasɛm
okan kwe south ɛma ne kɔ presente a letter a ɔde kɔɔ 2023 last year October no na ɔmo before sɛ electoral commission kura bɛbie anaa bɛma akwanya sɛ yɛnyɛ limited registration no na ɔmo atimi akɔ transfer nkɔfoɔ maako apem ne aduowɔtwe mmiɛnsa 1083 persons Kwabena me ne wo ka sɛ yi nipa a wa transfer ɔmo no na enu time sɛ wɔsi etimi transfer obi to the extent say obi akɔ sɛ wɔkɔ akɔto aba district level district friends level election assembly elections yi ɔkɔ sɛ ɔkɔto aba Kwabena ɔkɔyɛ a ne din nim o te sɛ mea menim sɛ me polling station wɔ ha
just like what we have identified
yes
in the main register
yes na afei nipa no kɔyɛ a ɔmo sɛ okay so din nim a wo de yɛbɛhwɛ ne ayɛ na ampa nso ɔmo ayɛ ama ne din asa aba back na ɔmo atumi a transfer nipa koro ne din akɔ somewhere wɔ purunguruguru yoyo ɔmo sɛ maame ne sɛ onim hɔ koraa wɔnkɔ hɔ da na ɔno koraa bɛyɛ sɛ several years ni ɔntu kwan da ɛno nti nneɛma a na ɛkɔ so wɔ constituency ni mu no ɛna obi domfoɔ bi adom Kion ɛna waboa no na wahu sɛ all along no constituency ni si ma win election with these votes ni nya ɛyɛ trɔ electoral office election officer no Chese, who to say bonnet, Yene cameraman, and your copy and to say sometime. I feel your koya, Aquane say, I then a year by Ankran on Pacho office, no. Say a year, your friend is saying Bank of Ghana. And Bank of Ghana crack, I acquire bago. Obi Babe Pet, Sabi, the man for a year, dear. April 2 me send a man for Benyang and Koswaden Kanko. What the letter, bro? Your friend is saying October last year.
One fee.
Was that him? I'm a reminder.
One fee.
March of this year.
Yeah, they're March here.
One fee. Was that the another one? Ansah said, "Ba, no, only media phone and I'm okwa probo." Na media for the netino se momwame na me fa krata en komam na we here Philly Gadochi
of frame media from kwasi en ntino omra eh wasem
it does not even matter eno kra de nkan okra but say I was there in the constituency. We did a lot of work today. So Kwabena, the point is that if you have nothing to hide, like this question has been posed by several witty fellows and Ansah omadwini mu down fine say so only bibia this year. Kwabena, you precisely were aptly correct when you mentioned that VCRAC crap. Kwabena, I was there in the premises of Alisa Hotel when VCRAC crab conducted an audit into the 2016 election register. No? And that register, no, Kwabena, Ansah ne ebe no na ba wo me di kan ma ye hu se voters nyina ye togo fo mi wa na ne yire Samira di nachi onu pokran ka ko sen ka se Fulani fo nya Ghana fo but nam se mra Ghana mra ema ne kwan kra se wo ye Ghana ni nti ya de no so ye Ghana ni na wo ba wo mia Fulani ni ba da wachi mind you unu se Fulani fo ba ema no so a okoda da wo no omo begina platform so aka apajo Mahama Chao say omo ni Samira chi builder no ye da omo ema voter for crab wanfu wo kra say utimi nanti voter region a omo na ka me pa me votarian and aka say me Togo ni a me do nyame ka ba omi an ko si voter region biem because oba ba campaign at Togo for am yakoto aba ma ohun nipa ka se wagimi a eya no wesu Ansah kakra na Kwabena me de manu sie no Ekufuado ya ye mampeni. O see voters register they got about 2016 no. E ECOWAS register. You say we ECOWAS president on. We ECOWAS president. Also we e penny na ke kan kwase asem a. E ya na wo kasa na wadwene hu mienu. Ye to abama ho be mampeni wie no. You are not able to tell say oh ECOWAS for na to abama me. Udi adodo de awie sika ne de udi enti no corner NDC aye no omo me de me fa ne se fidie bi na omo asum e wo mo krata na apie adwanim fidie ne san wo de fa krata na wo si wa ye ho no adwuma no nyina fa krata ne mame meboa enti so de mame a na se mi wo Sinto was a crata na de amame ne ho a na masadi aba enya sa the last but not the least Kwabena dipa nyina enhwe de e koso nei miminim se ada ye beto aba no ebinum ho beka na nipa empanifo si brebre ama amane ema ebinum ya asofo omote mene omote ye nyina ye ne omonim de NDC fo ka nyina omo ahyeda bunu agu omasum akuadonko no ne apalunum ne sankofo ne nyina no omonim nyansa pa na omo ahyeda ebodam ejimi Kwabena ebeduru ho no na nipa pede etene ewo election polling station wa hwena obi a meka se oho because media minim say abawe omo betwe omo ni betene ayepe ye be declare John Mahama ana nipa domo ekoto aba no medical bokoko omunim NDC for register and omo ahye da na omo transfer nkofo eduru ho a Kwabena when we get to the bridge we will loan ourselves to learning how to swim if we can't at least use the bridge.
All right, thank you. You were just 4 minutes to go, and I'm a man for.
Just something to.
Yeah.
Just to read this.
Okay.
Madam J. Mensah says, Dr. Bosman Asari, also, and he said this 3 days ago.
Okay.
That all the issues that the NDC raised have been resolved.
Okay.
Then Madam J. Mensah also says that the discrepancies detected in the provisional register have been largely corrected. One of the biggest problems of the EC is some of the staff and their utterances. Because it's some of the staff now work at the provisional register they have are robust and credible.
Oh,
she said that it's a provisional register.
Okay.
And it is filled with a lot of issues that needs to be corrected. And I've seen it before. Every time we have an IPAC meeting, different thing. When she comes, it's a different thing. It is a strategy. So, Sabi, let them come, muddy the waters. Let's see how the reactions are. Then she comes and see where or the far and either where or ye. If they want us to have some peace of mind, they should have a voice. And that voice, whenever they say it, they know this is the person speaking.
Very coherent.
Coherent. And all of us, I won't lose focus. I won't lose focus. Just one demand, that is what I need. Give us a timeline as to when we are going to get the certified register, when printing is going to start. Because printing of the register also are very important.
Anyway, so Council Listo, yenu anumbi abeboa. Say no, mene kase no. Enra ene ne kwano yatimi enya 2,268 Ghana cedis. And I think say asemde ochna by 7-8 o'clock ma obi after that no yeah in the morning mo bia and send skebia bio ene omo abeka ho yenua ba se wa or the 250 edu enso edi 200 Joseph Entry edi 100 yenua Akwete edi 100 Franco Wusu 100 Godfred Anyable 100 Evelyn Linda Mako edi 400 Emma enso edi 200 SND ye Emma also the 200 SND so far 2,268 Ghana cedis ochina nyame ya aduma ya nyame nshira baby a obi yi be free ye be pensuo kakra na ye de achini various cells na ye nuanom no ye de akwa support wo mo at least wo nim se wo ni obi akra no omo onuame manom ene adofo ewo achiri mo a mo benya kwaya kwakoja ye wo china no mbetimi ya me ya banan na ye nyina ya ba pronto o china de ye chini kro imu a ba bia o mo hihye bia no at least erade nya adom na ye hu o mo na yentimi enko kire o mo odokakra enti na de o hon ti yeda eye adofo ni nyina se kwa me keep names ni nyina keep names ni nyina emame nyame ya adom be hu adwuma give us a bar center ye don say and then you may live on Accra 100.5 Royal Chapter Property Group Limited ye don say and then you may Rich Part Company o de Seahorse 5050 engine coolant aba Bills Microcredit omo asum ye mfie dunum omo ane from Quick Credit Father Abraham Herbal and Spiritual Hospital omo Fanko Barrier asofa Star Oil Filling Station or subet me from 0244 371 695 ene yebeka Father Abraham once edi achiremo amen. And what is it? Sometimes you need spiritual backing you need help, you need spiritual support. Listen to me carefully. You need spiritual support. Eje Abraham, Father Abraham, Eba in spiritual hospital. Ewa hasi, and yebedi and komo. Odi, Pacho Akwaba. Pacho Boko de. Mami Akwaba. Let's say. Good.
Now offline, you want to cost us offline registration, because your man was a fire Juma. And then the other issue your transfers.
What they almost 20 prior to 2020, Daisy took almost $60 million. I can't remember the exact figure, but a very huge figure. Emma Imani, any other groups that can say Brabbe boom contact even BVRs no crano. They raised issues.
Because not here at that time no. Once was a system our person with the year Jumani data and machines our person the year Jumano. Open the say and was through a bit me a capture bibia bit me a bibia. It is a no be catcher as 3,957 no. NDC former voters 5 and pounds no one customer who na a artificial deletion. And yes, a beer a one customer system na delete because your offline registration. It's so offline registration no and to me and capture it is any NDC for and raise this 74 million.